Our first guest is an Emmy Award-winning actor who stars in a brand new motion picture opening August 22nd entitled A Smile Like Yours. Here he is, the always peppy Jay Thomas. Jay, come on out, buddy. You look good. Sharp. You look sharp. You always look sharp. You make a nice appearance. You're a very personable young man. Very entertaining. We're always happy to have you on the show.
Well, thanks. What are you, like a priest? I got this tie in your hometown of Omaha, Nebraska.
Is that right?
Oh, you from Omaha, right?
No, I'm not from Omaha. From Indianapolis, Indiana, but that's all right.
Oh, that's Dick Cavett. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Isn't he from Omaha?
I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody.
Were you under the impression you were on the Dick Cavett show?
I know. For a minute I was. I was having an herbal flashback.
I understand.
Didn't know where I was.
Why don't you, you had quite a career.
This is really
on
difficult.
What's
You have like a good angle. I don't. This is the crappiest angle. You do this, you know what you do? You do this to, like, immediately get the guest on the defensive.
No, stop it. That's not true. Look, if you take a look at... No, wait a minute. I've done like 1,000 shows here. Let me explain it to you. Look how I'm seated. You think this is comfortable? I'm wedged here like I'm in coach on U.S. Air going to Milwaukee. Have more peanuts?
Right. Okay.
Hey, lady, where's soda? Are we going to land ever?
All right.
So now you have the big, comfortable, overstuffed easy chair, and so you can look straight out there into the living rooms of America.
All right.
There you go. Now,
you know, I didn't think I was going to learn anything tonight, and I have learned. And I mean, good thing I have a vasectomy because I'll never have children again in this position. But this is great.
All right. Now, a couple of things I wanted to cover with you. You've been
let's
on
go.
some great television shows. You're on Murphy Brown, you were on Cheers, you were on other shows.
I'm off all those shows.
Yeah, now are you off TV forever?
No, I'm not off TV.
You're going on to movies, right?
Well, sort of, because I couldn't get a TV job.
Yeah, movies are better, though. It's a better gig, isn't it?
Well, I get, you know,
more money.
This movie is A Smile Like Yours. Greg Kinnear.
Oh, he's good, very
star.
good, Greg Kinnear.
And then Lauren Holly.
Oh, she's lovely.
She was married to Jim Carrey for 20 minutes or $20 million, whatever comes first.
I don't know what that is. They're not married anymore?
No. Are they
I'm sorry.
breaking up?
They seem like a nice couple. I'm sorry.
You know what your mother would say to that? Oh, I hope it was good. All right? But, so she...
My mother would say
Your
that?
mother would say that. I'm from New Orleans. My mother says things like that.
You saw my mom when you were in Omaha, I guess.
No. I did go to a topless bar, but let's not go there.
All right, hey!
You know what this is like? This is like we're at like a bar or something.
No, I know. But see, if I had said that, people would come in here and beat me to death. But you can say it, and it's just fine. That's all right.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, I don't know.
That you are like a big deal and I'm nothing?
No.
Basically, you know what you said?
No.
If I wore that shirt, they would say you look like hell. But on you, it's okay.
No. My point is, people are always saying, oh, he's picking on his guests, he's mean to his guests, he's saying ugly things to his guests.
Why do you worry about all of that?
Well, I'm not. I'm just trying to fill up what I think is going to be a lot of dead air. Okay, now wait a minute. I want to get to this. Do me a favor. You've been on this show 8, 9, 10 times. You're always great. We never get... There's been a story that I wanted to talk to you about every time you've been on. Tonight, let's get right to the story. This is when you were a disc jockey in Louisiana.
Do I know this story?
No, I hope so. It's in your dossier.
Yeah, okay. Was it when I met a famous person? I have a lot of famous people stories?
Yeah, famous people, yeah.
Was it about the Lone Ranger?
Yes.
All right.
Well, now, have you blown it?
No.
Oh, okay.
How do you blow the joke? It's about the Lone Ranger.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought maybe, and we looked back and it was the Lone Ranger.
I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wasn't Louisiana at all?
No, I'm from Louisiana,
Okay.
but I screwed up.
Yeah, I saw your mom when I was down there.
Well, as my mother would say, I hope it was good.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Where was I? So I'm in Charlotte. I was a disc jockey for a long time, and I'm in Charlotte. I used to open up dealerships, car dealerships. And the Lone Ranger worked for a big automobile concern, and he would go around, and we would go all to these little dealerships in North Carolina.
This was the real Lone Ranger.
This was Clayton Moore, and he dressed like the Lone Ranger all the time. He had the sky blue outfit, he wore the mask, he had the hat, he had the gun. He was never not the Lone Ranger. He would call everyone, "Thank you, citizen. Thank you, citizen." and I would announce it, and here he is, and here's the car, and here's the deal. And I admired him and all, but it was during, I was herbed up a lot at that point.
Early 70s?
Early 70s.
Yeah.
And so, let me guess, Garth Brooks is in town. More yeehaws. So, where was I? Would you just shut up for a second? Man, oh man, I come here and I get nothing but aggravation.
Where do you usually go, as they say?
Anyway,
right, so
where was? Oh, so
Clayton
the Lone
Moore.
Ranger and I are doing this thing, and a buddy of mine comes, and he couldn't get a ride home or something, and he's there, and I go, "Well, you want us to give you a ride back to the hotel?" He says, "Sure, I'll take a ride." And we're driving down Independence Boulevard in Charlotte. We're both these long-haired, shaggy, hippie type.
and the Lone Ranger is sitting in the
back seat of my old beat-up Volvo. So we're like this, and a guy at a stop sign backs into my car and crashes into my car.
Oh, no.
And he pulls away, and I go, "Man, this is terrible." Now, we're all like, like this, and I'm driving in the Volvo, and he's hopping around, and it's a four-cylinder, so So I catch up to this Buick, and the guy's not aware of anything, and I pull in front of this middle-aged guy, and I hop out of the car, and I go, "Hey." He goes, "What do you two want?" I said, "You smashed into my car." He says, "No." I said, "Yes, you did, and I'm calling the cops." Yeah. He says, "Oh, yeah? Who are the cops going to believe? They're going to believe you two hippie freaks or me." The Lone Ranger gets out of the back of my car. This is a true story. He gets out of the back of my car and says, "They'll believe me, citizen." And this is true. I couldn't make this up.
That's great.
And so our focus had turned to the Lone Ranger, and when we came back to the guy, he was like this. He says, "I didn't know it was you." Like the bad guys.
Yeah.
That's an absolutely true story.
Oh, my God, that's
that
great.
That really happened.
Very funny. Very funny.
Thank you. I'm glad you like that.
It was very entertaining. Stay right there. We got to do a commercial. We'll be right back here. More with Hondo. Shorab and Tonic. Let's talk a little bit about the film. You made a lot of movies, haven't you?
My agent's here with me tonight. Yeah, I have made. I made one here last year that I knew was bad because I watched it on the plane on the way home. No. So I have some. But this, A Smile Like Yours, with Greg Kinnear, and
he was in Sabrina, right?
Yeah, and they're gonna make him a star. No doubt he's gonna. And,
used to be a TV guy. Had the really
show
late
guy.
Yeah, that's right.
And you could be the next Batman.
He's good looking. He's like he had the William Holden
Think
part
about you in the hat, the Batman thing.
All right, well, sure. Like I don't already. I think about it day and night. Little else I think about. So anyway, you and
Greg
Kinnear, right.
You mean you forgot his name?
I was thinking William Holden for some reason. I was thinking William. I was confused.
Yeah, and we are elevator installers, and he has a low sperm count, and he's having trouble having children. And I have lots of children, and his wife, they make love a lot, and the elevators is allegorical too, because the up and down of the elevator is allegorical. Yeah. And so now you got to pay you $750 to see the ending, because I've given you laid out the plot for you already. And I'm like the pal. I'm like the buddy.
Are you a good actor in film? Is film for you the big screen? Do you like seeing yourself on the big screen?
You know what? It's embarrassing that you are clapping. I mean, listen. Thank you very much, but stop it. You know what it's like? When I was in the 4th grade, I ran for president of my class, and I only got 1 vote. Same thing is happening here tonight. Who is that that's clapping, by the way?
We'll find out. We'll have them tagged on the way out.
What is your name? Margaret.
Very deep voice for a woman.
Are you there with the guy with that horrible T-shirt, Margaret? No, huh? Don't lift your arms anymore, man.
Oh,
Woo, Lord.
Suddenly,
This is national TV. Dress up, would you?
it's like outtakes from Cops. America's Most Wanted.
Okay.
Now, anyway, so you just moved into a new house. You still live in Los Angeles?
No, I moved.
Where do you move?
I can't tell you the neighborhood I live in.
I don't want the neighborhood.
A lot of looky-loos and a lot of.
But do you live in
Star
Southern
Maps
California?
What's that?
You live in Southern California?
Yeah, you don't let me finish a sentence.
Well, you said you didn't live in Los Angeles. I was curious as to where
I
you
hadn't
moved.
gotten to that next thought yet.
Sorry.
How long have you been doing this interview thing?
Well, a long time. What, are you feeling a little pressure here?
No, I moved to a neighborhood where there are a lot of movie stars and
Right.
stuff, and I just don't want anybody to know where I am.
What's the address?
I'm not telling anybody.
Do you live where near Burt Reynolds?
No.
He was Gator.
You know, I'm going to tell you. Seriously, usually when I'm having a conversation like this, I'm drunk.
Guess what?
I mean, I don't laugh this much sober, but that was funny.
All right, so tell us about moving into the new house.
I got to remember that.
Yeah.
I'll steal that.
Yeah.
I'll use that on Regis and Kathy Lee tomorrow.
Huh? New house, brand new house.
Brand new house and big. What do you? Yeah, big. I can't afford it, but it's a big, fabulous house.
Well, that's nice. You deserve it. You and your family, very comfortable there, very happy there.
We are very. And you know, Rob Lowe came to my home recently.
Really? Why?
Lives in the neighborhood. What's that?
Why?
He offered me a film. He's going to write a movie.
Oh, I thought maybe he was lost looking for directions.
No.
Did Rob Lowe just stopped by offering you a film?
Just stopped by, and he had just written this film, and he's just stopped. I'm not kidding. But what was weird is he called first.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm Rob Lowe.
You're friends of his?
He said he saw the moving van. He said, I see you moving in. That's how you get jobs. You move in.
Be interested in a movie.
Maybe be interested in a movie. You're moving, right? So he came over, and what's weird, I turned to my wife, I said, man, you know, we're not here like a week, and Rob Lowe's coming
Bingo,
over.
yeah.
She was putting on the makeup, and the babysitter was putting on the makeup, and the kids weren't even home. And I'm thinking, you know, I was thinking I should put on makeup because Rob Lowe's coming over. So
Got to
he
be
came
a
over.
deal, like a big deal. We're all excited
and he
now.
had a wonderful script and stuff, and it's the summertime, so I wanted to impress him. I lit a fire in the fireplace.
Oh.
Even though it's really hot, I didn't know what to do, you know, so I lit the thing, and I told my wife to go upstairs, you know, I don't want a lot of giggling and laughing while he was there, you know, and so I'm in there, and he gives me the script, and I went like this. I went, oh, this is good. Like, I can't believe it. But it was good. And so we're talking, and all of a sudden, I didn't notice, but the house is now filled with smoke.
Oh, filled with smoke, yeah.
It's filled with smoke. My wife comes down, she goes, I think the house is on fire. And like, I just sat there, and he was like a superhero. It's like, it was my house, and he outthought me. He was like up, and he got a ladder, and he gets in a ladder, and he climbs up, and he's like looking for the fire. And my wife and the babysitter are like holding the ladder, looking at his butt, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm in the house, and I'm thinking, God, this is like crazy. So he's sniffing around. He says, that smells like the fireplace to me. You know, I hadn't opened the flue.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's a rookie mistake.
It was a rookie mistake. Yeah. So they got to look at his butt, and I saw that he was a quick thinker. And I said, you know, actually what he did was, it was like, this is really a rotten housewarming gift to come over and like embarrass me in front of my family like that. So that's the neighborhood I live in.
Yeah. So will you make the film? Do you think that's a project we'll see you in soon?
Actually, the film is completed, and it's on Showtime.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
And I play like a bad guy lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
I play a lot of bad guys on television.
Do you really? Do you like that?
I don't know how people see that I'm a bad guy. I don't quite understand that.
I like you. You seem like a nice guy.
I played a guy recently who was mean to Judith Light, right? Yeah. And then I had a stroke. Mm-hmm. And then she gets her boyfriend, and she brings the boyfriend in the house, and they're sleeping in front of me. And then and so the director looked like he wasn't secure with me acting. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, I'm going to have to talk to you as you're rolling down in your wheelchair to catch them sleeping together. So I'm thinking, well, what is that? And we're rolling down the thing, and he's going, he's with her. He's on top of her. He's making love to her. And I said, you know, he goes, action. I go, I can't work like this. Acting is pretending.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
There's no method to it. You just
pretend.
You
know what? I'm never going to be an inside the actor's studio. You ever watch that show?
I've seen it a couple of times.
Paul Newman goes, I was
on
thinking of this. I immersed myself in this. I said, they gave him a check. They gave him a script. He was HUD.
Yeah.
You think he was HUD at the house?
No, he wasn't
HUD at the house.
HUD at the set. He was HUD at the workplace.
They give me a script. They say it's sad. I cry. They give me a script. They say you're mean. I'm mean. That's it.
Yeah.
I could be Batman in 2 seconds.
All right, good. Did you see that come out of your mouth there?
The spit?
Yeah. Let me see. Did anybody else see that?
You
fly
noticed
out of
the
Jay's
spit, and
mouth?
I'll tell you
I do
why.
that often. Do you see that? Anybody see it come out of Jay's mouth? Let's check the tape, see if we have
Well,
one on
hold
the
it.
tape.
You got a big booger, so I don't want to say anything about that.
Oh, boy.
You do.
I do. Well,
Go ahead and look. Go
no,
ahead.
I ain't gonna.
You think I'm kidding you, don't you?
Fine. I'm just fine. I'm not
I
going to look
thought you had a nose ring for a minute, but...
Well, let me see what I can... Maybe just tidy myself up. Do we have that? Do we have
you're
that?
all right now.
There we go.
He bought it.
Yeah.
He bought it, hook, line, and sinker. I love
now,
that.
let's see. The film is open.
A Smile Like Yours.
Smile Like Yours, yeah.
It opens August the 22nd.
August 22nd.
And it's about a guy who's having trouble having a
Jay
kid.
Thomas, ladies
I
and
have a
gentlemen.
lot for children.
We'll be right back. Nice job, Jay. You know, the mayor, Rudy Giuliani, he's got that wacky sense of humor, and when he heard that Garth Brooks was going to be in the park tomorrow night, he ordered these giant cowboy hats for the Twin Towers. Take a look. There, you're going to put them right up there. Really? He's crazy, that guy, with the big, putting stuff on. He's just nuts. He's wacky. Tomorrow on the program, well, let's take a look. Do we have the videotape? We have some equipment that we're renting from JPL, the Mars probe people. Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, and we're able to isolate things like this. Here's Jay Thomas now spitting, horking something out of his mouth. Watch that. Here it comes. And there it is. Boom. Ignition, we have liftoff. There it is, right there. There it is, back and forth. We were all hoping that it could land on his tie and sort of fill out the pattern. It would be completely unnoticed. You see, if it had just dropped right into the top part of his tie, it would look just fine. But no. Okay. Sure. Okay. It's a JPL. We rent that equipment from the Jet Propulsion. Thanks to the boys out there at JPL, Pasadena. Yeah. Tomorrow on the program, Sylvester Stallone, his own self, will be here from Coptown. Tommy Lasorda, a longtime manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers and recent inductee into the Baseball Hall of Fame, will be right back with Annabella Sciorra. Ladies and gentlemen, come on back. ACL Parker, ladies and gentlemen, right over there. It's a CD, Funk Overload. Funk Overload, that's the CD. Nice to have you with us. Thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure.
Are you still with James Brown? Do you still work with James Brown?
Funk Overload.
Funk Overload.
Funk Overload is
don't
the
see him at
answer
all?
to that.
Not too much.
Is James Brown still the hardest working man in show business?
I believe so.
Yeah. Wow. He ought to take some time off. Well, he did for a while. I remember when he took some time off. That didn't have anything to do with the formation of Funk Overload, did it?
It may have.
James is taking some time off. What can we do?
Funk Overload.
Yeah. Oh, boy, we got a great show. Jay Thomas tonight, Vinny Testaverde. This Vinny Testaverde and your New York Jets, that's a great story right there, because now the Jets have a chance. You know, a couple of years ago, they didn't even play. Remember the Jets?
I know.
The Jets sucked so bad.
Seemed that way.
They just stayed around camp out there at Hempstead and played touch football all year. They never came into the city for any of the games. And now, for God's sakes, they're like 14-4 or 2 or something. It's 12-4, whatever they are. And they're the division champs, and they got a bona fide shot at the old Super Bowl. There you go. Patti Smith is also... Yeah, we're always very happy when our first guest drops by for a visit. He's an Emmy Award-winning actor, a motion picture star, and an all-around entertaining guy. Here he is, Jay Thomas, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Wow.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, you mentioned that it has been a long time, and I'm sorry that it's been so long, and why has it been so long, and let's not make that mistake again.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Actually, the room at my hotel is not as nice as I thought it should be. But nonetheless, I will come back.
Yeah, well, we can upgrade you. What's the
all
problem?
right, that's
What's
fine.
the
And
problem?
I'll come. No, it's actually fine, and I want to tell you that you provided a great
holiday for us. I don't have anything to plug, specifically.
You just came as
just as a friend.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
But my kids, I wanted to give them something different for the holidays instead of another rocket launcher or whatever they were going to get. And my 6-year-old said he wanted to go to New York and go to the Statue of Liberty and go up in the
That's great.
the Crown.
Yeah, yeah.
So I called you.
Right.
And you sent us a bunch of tickets, and so thank you very much. You flew my whole family out. So
Oh,
I
good.
appreciate that.
Has he been up the Statue?
We did it today.
Yeah.
We went this morning at
Cold.
9:30.
Bitterly cold?
It was bitterly cold, and that sign, give us your cold, you're hungry, you huddled masses. We were all doing that today.
And I don't think they had tourists in mind when they wrote the sign.
No, they didn't. They didn't have, but we were there, and I didn't bring the right clothes. So I had to buy like a $3, New York Jets, a cap. Thank you. Okay. So I did it all. I did the whole deal. It was actually a Giants cap at Testaverde's here, so I said Jets.
Yeah. You can get a Giants cap for about $3 now.
You sure can.
Yeah.
So we get in there, and it's so long, and I don't want to disappoint him. And I say, listen, this is going to take a long time. And the guy said it may take 3 or 4 hours to get to the Crown.
Oh, boy.
So I turned to my 6-year-old kid, and I said, this could take us 3 or 4 hours. He says, well, what do I have to do? Mm-hmm. I said, well, you don't have anything to do. Let's get in this line. So we get in the line. And after about 2 hours, we were in the tow. We got in the tow after 2 hours. We were in the tow.
You travel through the whole
You go through
anatomy.
the whole damn thing. It's 22 stories high, and I read all the little plaques and the whole thing. And she's got small feet. We're very cramped. So we're in the tow like this. And then I swear to God, it was 2.5 hours later, and I don't know, we're like somewhere, and we're nowhere near the Crown. So there's an opening someplace, and you can see the skyline of the city, and I look out, and he says, Dad, where do you think we are? I said, well, we are like somewhere above the middle. And he says, are we at her breasts? And I said, yes, I believe we're in the Bra of Liberty. And he said, we're in the Bra of Liberty. He says, this is better than the Crown. And so I said, yeah, what's it doing? So we saw the Bra of Liberty, and then I talked him to come down, and we came down, and so that was it.
Yeah, it's good.
The other kid's request, my oldest, who's 8, he said, Dad, I want to go duck hunting.
Duck hunting.
Yeah,
how does this come to an 8-year-old kid? Duck
I don't
hunting?
know. It's on TV or something. We don't have guns in the house. We don't allow any of
Is
that.
it video games, maybe? Put him up for it?
I don't know. No, you know what it is? It's that damn outdoor channel is what causes it. They're always shooting ducks and making it, they have camouflage gear. It looks like a thing to do.
The kids love it.
They love it. I don't watch it, So I said, well, no.
Have you ever gone hunting yourself?
Yeah, I was raised in Louisiana, and I hated every minute of it. They made me hunt. They made me fish.
Right.
I lived in a bayou with no shoes for quite a long time. It was terrible. So I said, look, I don't think we can do this. Your mother's from, New Jersey, and they don't hunt in New Jersey, and, they don't allow guns, and her parents, protested for peace. I said, we can't have any guns. Uh-huh. And so he says, well, why don't you tell Mom we're going to New Orleans, you're going to teach me how to drink. I said, well, that's not going to work. That's not going to work either. I said, we don't want to lie to your mother. I said, what we want to do is, and I called my brother and a friend of mine named Jim Camber, and they've been hunting for years, and I said, look, I want to bring this kid. He wants to go hunting. My brother says, don't worry, we'll shoot the gun a few times. He'll be scared to death. You don't have to worry about it. And he says, you're a terrible hunter. So my dad took me hunting a lot, and the worst time was the last time. I was about 12 years old, and you do become mesmerized with the gun. Did you ever hunt in Indiana?
No, never did anything.
Never did any hunting in Indiana?
Pretty much stayed in the house.
Anybody you know? Nobody hunted? Nobody in your
No.
Oh, come on.
Nobody hunted that I knew, no. Huh?
Oh, they had to.
No.
You mean no one killed that piece you're wearing on your head right
Hey!
now?
Hey! What are you talking about?
What is that?
This is my hair. It's not a piece. I wish it was a piece. I would start killing and sending them in. I'll try one because this is it. This is what I was born with. This is what I'll go to my grave with, this thing right here. I wish it was a damn pice, pal.
You're not bragging, are you?
No, it's just my hair. What can I do about it?
Not much.
Well, I wake up every day with this. It's not a headline for me.
I'm sorry I brought it up. You're very insecure about it.
I think you're proud that you brought it up.
No, I'm not.
I think you're happy you brought it up.
It looks like a little doe's tail is what it looks like.
Looks like a doe's tail.
It's like a little doe's tail.
Do you have any suggestions? Anything I might do?
If you ever go hunting, wear a lot of orange. Because they'll be blowing your scalp right off. Oh, look, another one. There's another one.
All of a sudden, it's a roast.
No! Whoa. A lot of laughs out of Telly Savalas' illegitimate son over there.
Thank you so much.
Man, he won't
seriously,
stop.
yeah.
He won't stop.
I should pull my wig off and throw it into the crowd.
All right, well, I wish we had time to finish the hunting story.
Oh, we don't have time to finish it.
Go ahead.
No, well, my dad took me hunting, and I think it's politically incorrect now. You're not supposed to do it. And so we went hunting, but you become mesmerized with the gun, and the ducks came, and I pulled the gun up, and I just couldn't stop moving with the ducks until it struck the side of my father's head. And then I pulled the trigger.
Oh, my God.
And he goes, oh, my God, oh, my God. And the ducks and the geese flew. And then he had some sort of post-traumatic duck hunting syndrome for years. His ears would ring, and we'd hear him in the bed every night and go, oh, my God, oh. So this is all my brother and his friends remember. So I take Sam. It's 4 a.m. We're paddling out to the duck. I think, man, he's going to be so scared. He is scared. I said, are you frightened? He goes, yes, I'm so scared. I said, let's turn back. He goes, no. He's like one of those kids in the Jason's movie that keeps going back to that campsite every year. He goes, I have to go. So we get to the thing, and here come the ducks, and the next thing you know, he is like Bat Masterson. He knocks 4 or 5 of them out of the sky.
Wow.
So these guys look at me and they go, this cannot be your son. This is not your son. This is someone else's child. So then I have to stop this because we've told my wife that I'm teaching him how to drink in New Orleans. That was the story we actually went with. So I say to him, now look, this is not a good idea, this duck hunting. This is not, you have to understand that we're killing Daffy Duck. I said, we're shooting Daffy Duck, and you must eat Daffy Duck after you murder him. He says, I will eat a duck. I said, but you eat, Cheetos and McNuggets, you're not going to enjoy this. They fix the damn duck, he eats the duck. He enjoys the duck. He thinks the duck is fabulous. And so then I said, now listen, we can't do this. This is wrong. He goes, why do we kill the ducks? There's too many of them, I say. And so basically we're doing them a favor.
Right.
That's what they say in the books, that we're doing the ducks a favor. And he says, well, what about the other things we eat? And I said, the cow? He goes, yes, how does that die? I said, I think they hit it in the head with a hammer. And what about bacon and a pig? You know how they kill a pig?
I think I do.
They slit its throat.
Right.
I have to tell him they slit its throat. And then he says, what about chicken? We love chicken. They chop a chicken's head off with a hatchet. And he says, can we do that next Christmas?
Wrong.
So that's our holiday. So that's what we're doing.
Kid sounds like he might be.
Right.
Might be a little
and by the
sadistic.
way, he's
I'll
here
tell you
tonight, but he's under 18. He couldn't come.
Yeah. Next year when he's old enough, bring him here and let him make fun of my hair.
No, he's not old enough till he's 18. Did you know you have to be 18 to get in here?
Yeah, I know. So what?
Well, why does that make you laugh? You torture children, you start
We're
laughing?
not torturing children. Children,
little kids would
children,
like to come in and see
children
this
don't want to be
nonsense.
here. No, they don't. No, they want to be out running around. They want to be down at the arcade. They want to be in strip shows across the street.
That's right.
Looking at babes. They don't want to be here. You know, the old guys with bad hair.
That's right.
Kids don't want
You
that.
ought to have a kids' night here one night. Just nothing but kids. out
Okay,
there.
good idea.
With Uncle Dave.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe I'll have car trouble that night. Hey, Jay, good to see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And my best to your family.
And
Happy
thank you,
holidays.
you really did. You provided a great trip
I'm glad
for
you
us,
had a nice day.
And you're very nice.
Hey, tell your friends.
I will tell my friends. Thank you all.
Jay Thomas.
Thank you so
ladies and
much.
gentlemen. Yes, sir. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? With 29 touchdowns, our next guest helped lead his team to their first division championship in 29 years. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is from your New York Jets, Vinny Testaverde. Vinny. pretty good, don't you think?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Pretty nice
It's great.
story, and this has got many different aspects of this make it a good story. Not the least of which is you're from this area originally, aren't you? Where'd you grow up?
Native New Yorker, Elmont, Long Island, was where I'm from.
And that's out near where the Jets train, isn't it?
Yeah, just about 5 or 6 miles down Hempstead Turnpike there, yeah.
And when you were a kid in your bedroom, you had a poster of whom up on your wall?
None other than Joe Willie Namath.
Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you broke Sunday you broke Joe's record for most touchdown passes in a season.
In a season, that's right. It was kind of a hard thing to do. You know, he's your idol, and you're there. You got 25 touchdowns. He threw 26, 29 years ago, and I wound up on the season with 29 to break the record.
Nice going.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, so, I've watched the play. You got a gun, you got a rifle, you got a cannon, but also there you go. You also have some receivers that make this pretty good.
That's the thing that's.
Who do you like throwing to there?
That's so great is that guys like Keyshawn Johnson, who has had an outstanding year,
right.
Pro Bowl receiver for us. Wayne Corbett, another great guy.
Now, what's his deal? What's the deal on that guy? How big a guy is he? He's a tiny little fellow, isn't he?
Yeah, Wayne is just a little guy. He's about 5'9", 185 pounds, and that's what makes him so special because you can see him in the street.
They forget about him.
Yeah.
They forget about this guy. He's running around hiding and stuff on the field. He's so tiny. In fact, this guy was going to be a jockey at one time, he thought. But now he's a receiver in the NFL and doing pretty well.
Yeah, he is doing great. He should have been a Pro Bowl receiver this year. It's a shame he didn't make it.
Now, what has been the difference for you this year? This is a difficult question. And in other years in your career, where else have you played? You played for
started
Baltimore?
out in Tampa.
So started
6 years there. Then I went to Cleveland. For 3.
Right.
And the whole franchise moved to Baltimore, and I was there for the last 2. They released me in June, and I'm glad to say I came back home.
And why has this been the best year for you in your career? In fact, I'm sure you feel that way, right?
Oh, there's no question that this is the best year I've had in the NFL, and I think a big reason is Bill Parcells. He's just a great coach.
Right. Is he a tough guy?
Bill's a real tough coach. You know, he's very demanding of his players, and you know, if you don't do things his way, if you make too many mistakes, you're not going to be on his team for very long.
Is he intimidating? Is it possible for a guy in that position to intimidate players, guys like you, of your stature and the status that you have as a player, and other players as well?
Well, sure.
Can he actually intimidate?
He intimidates everybody that he's involved with. Let's make no mistakes about it. But you know, he gets results better than any coach I've ever seen out of his players, and that's what makes the difference for him.
Has he ever slapped you?
Well, I tell you what, he came out we were playing Seattle, and we had scored the winning touchdown, which was very controversial. But
yeah,
he comes on the field and he just shoves me. You know, he shoves me from behind.
Touchdown.
So yeah, he's hit me before. Yeah,
he really has. Yeah. Is he a nice guy? Do you get along well with him?
You know, on the practice field and in the office, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great person to be around. You know, very smart man, and I enjoy playing for him.
It looks to me like on the sidelines, he's always chewing somebody's ass. He's just always, always yakking about something, and always whining about stuff in those press conferences.
Well, you know, everybody gets to see him on Sunday. It's game day. He has his game face on, so you don't get to see the other side of him, but he is really a great person to be around.
But holy crap, what a difference. I mean, 2 years ago the Jets were 1-15, and now you're like 12-14?
12-4, yeah.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? What about that touchdown against Seattle? I mean, it looked, honest to God, you couldn't tell, and then they show it later, and you weren't, you were like at the 20. No. It's a different angle. But what does that do to a player? Because, I mean, obviously those calls are going to go against you as well as in your favor, and often it seems like they never go in your favor. This one clearly did.
Well,
what do you think as a player of that?
You know, there's calls that do go against you. And matter of fact, in that same game, I threw a ball to Keyshawn Johnson, which appeared to be a touchdown. He was shoved out of bounds as he caught the ball. They called it no good. And had they had instant replay in place, they would have ruled it a touchdown. Mm-hmm. And also, they probably would have ruled the touchdown that I scored no touchdown. So. Yeah.
But it would not have made so much difference in that game for you, but it did turn out to make some great difference for Seattle. Is that right? It was a bigger play for them than for you guys.
There's no question. You know, I think everybody, referees included, are for the instant replay, and there's so much that depends on the livelihood of players and coaches. For instance, if Seattle wins that game, they're probably in the playoffs today, and Dennis Erickson is still the head coach there.
They're not. They're going. Hey, what happened in Baltimore? Peyton Manning took you guys. That was pretty unbelievable, wasn't it? Like a 16-year-old quarterback, and all of a sudden, bingo! That was quite a game.
It was quite a game.
You don't want to talk about it, do you? Brings back ugly memories for you? What do you carry? You're the division champion now.
That's right.
Where's
We
Peyton
are.
Manning?
We
He's
are.
playing golf. To hell with him. Down in Boca. Don't worry about him, Vinny. It's very exciting. This is very exciting. You've revitalized football in this area because a year ago people were thinking maybe the Giants got a program. Well, it turned out the Giants don't have a program. and now all of a sudden we got a football team back, so that's great.
Well, you have a head coach, and that's the difference.
And a great quarterback as well.
Well, thank you.
Hey, you want to play the Late Show Quarterback Challenge?
I'm for it. Yeah.
Okay. Now
Let's do it.
tonight, usually we go outside, but it's too cold. We're going to shoot for the pastrami sandwich on top of the Christmas tree. And I don't know where we're shooting from. Where do we? Over here? You got balls over there? Okay, here we go. Paul, cover us a little bit, will you? All right, go ahead, Vinny. Loosen up, buddy.
Oh, man.
Vinny Testaverde, ladies and gentlemen. Take a shot right there.
Just
Go
at
ahead.
the top there,
Yeah,
huh?
the big pastrami right up on the top of the tree. Whoa, wide to the right. I'll put this over there. All right, let me get in here. See what I... Oh, almost on the rebound. Okay, it's all right. We're both. Thank you. We're both a little nervous. There it is. Oh! Here we go, Vinny. Like radar. Thank you, sir.
You ready?
The crowd
Ready?
loves
This
it,
is one.
doesn't it? Here. Oh, here. Geez, try one.
There you go, Joe. There you go. Come on, man.
Where is it? Where is it?
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. One more.
Finish it off. We're running out of tape. Oh, what a cannon. What a gun. What a rifle. Oh! I think Vinny's getting pissed. Oh, very close. Grab the ball again. Kick one.
Thanks, man.
Vinny Testaverde, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Our first guest is an Emmy Award-winning actor who will soon appear on the new Showtime series, The Hoop Life. Here's a funny man and a good friend, Jay Thomas. Jay, come on out.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a thing, or is this the way people dress these
This is a new look. I'm doing this Showtime show called Hoop Time.
Yeah.
Hoop
Hoop
Life.
Life, sure.
Hoop Life.
Hoop Life.
Yeah,
Hoop
just
Life.
started. I don't know. I
of
haven't
course,
memorized the
but
title of the
Skin
show
off
yet.
your nose what they call it.
That's right, of course.
You look like Canteen Floss. Did
Thank
you
you.
ever,
So,
did you
yeah, I
ever work
remember
with-
Counting Floss. 80 million days around the world. What was it? 80,
Yes, of course.
whatever it was. Some stupid movie. David Niven was in it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Toronto, and the producer's name is Joe Kakachi, and he lives in.
I'm sorry?
Joe Kakachi.
Joe Kakachi.
Joe Kakachi.
That sounds like an alias.
No, that's his real name. Joey
Joey the horse Kakachi. Joey the torpedo Kakachi.
No, you know what? He's bald, so you call him Joey the Skin Kakachi. They all have a name, Joey the Skin.
I see. So you're up there, you're doing the Showtime show in Toronto.
Right, and so he takes me to Little Italy, and there's a clothing store across from the restaurant, and I'm just sort of standing there, and a guy comes out, and in Canada they say, A, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
How are you doing, A?
A, whatever it is.
Yeah, how are your Huskies, A?
This Italian guy comes out, an Italian Canadian goes, hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
And I go, that's an Italian Canadian.
Sure.
So he says to me, He says, when are you going to be on the David Letterman show again? And I said, I'm going to be on Thursday night.
Great.
He says, come into my store and I'll give Dave a tie.
Oh, that's very generous. Thank
Well, I said, I don't want to give Dave a tie.
Oh.
I said, you know what? I said, but I tell you what, if you give me a free suit, I'll mention your name on the television show.
Wow.
So, is that great? So,
Is this the suit?
this is the suit. He makes him. His name is Frank Pasqualino, right? So I said his name, so there we go. Frank Pasqualino. Now
Frank
watch
Pasqualino.
this. So I go to pick a beautiful shirt and a beautiful tie, and he goes, what are you doing, man? You can't dress like that at a David Letterman show. He says, you got to dress like me, Frank Pasqualino. I said, I don't think I want to dress like Frank Pasqualino right now. I'd like the light shirt. So he says, you can't have the suit unless you dress. He said, you have to accessorize.
Oh, yeah.
So he gives me this, and he gives me this, and then he throws the ascot, right? And so I look just like Frank Pasqualino right now.
Look like Senior Wences.
Now, wait a minute. And there's a certain way I have to do this. Watch. When I stand someplace, I have to go like this. I have to throw the jacket back and do like that. And you keep your thumb right here. You keep your thumb
very
right
nice.
Huh?
Now, is this anything, or is this like rayon or polyester? What are we dealing there? What is the material?
It's cloth.
I know it's cloth, but is it like a man-made miracle
I don't
fiber?
care
I don't
care if something died to make it. It's free. I can care less. I don't care what happened.
And
you know what it is? It's 1,500 Canadian, my friend.
Is that what it is? And how much is that in American dollars?
$16. Yeah. I don't know. But listen, I really didn't want to wear the collar up. I was afraid maybe he would send like a group of guys to come get me.
I see.
But
Yeah.
But I looked like a blackjack dealer from Palermo.
Well, you're flattering yourself. Like a guy be hanging around Ellis Island. Who wants a ride to town?
You know what? I look like the next director of The Sopranos. Don't I? All right, action.
No.
Hey.
But, when you're on the show, I remember a couple of years ago.
Hold it.
What's the matter with
Here's
you?
your tie.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, and look, he
impersonalized
it there.
This is from Frank Pasqualini?
Pasqualino. See
Pasqualino. Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at the title of the store is Solo Uomo. It means lonely man. You dress like this, you're very lonely for like a long time. Hey, where are you going? Hey, come back.
I got it in a thing here.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you know what? There's somebody else's name in the bottom. Hold on a second. They didn't give me anything. Throw that name over there. Only Frank gave me. Look at
Did you pick out the tie, or did Frank pick out the tie?
No, you know what? He said he saw you count dots one night on the show.
Uh-huh.
And he said, does Dave still do it? I said, I don't watch the show unless
it's a regular
I'm on it.
feature.
Right. Do you ever do count?
Yeah, we play Count the Dots. It's a Merv Griffin production. That's not a bad-looking tie.
That's beautiful. Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Frank brought his 4 sons in. He lives next door. He brought his 4 sons in, and he made them count the dots, so I know how many dots there are. Lenny, Johnny, give me count the dots. So that was it.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
What are you having, like a little problem?
No. I just was so excited. I hacked up a little.
Try not this. Don't.
I don't think I
want to
did.
catch.
No, I don't want to get anything on that.
You don't
suit.
want to get anything this time.
I'd be combustible. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we have something to talk about with Joe about Jay. You're right. About the last time you were here.
Yeah.
It was Jay.
My name is right on that card.
Yeah, I know. Jay and Vinny Testaverde and the big
football.
quarterback shootout, and we have a quarterback challenge. We have videotape. You won't believe. Come on back, take a look.
Okay. How you doing, man? All right.
Would you actually go somewhere like that?
No.
But you wear it because it's free.
I wear it because it's free. Why not? You did some great things for me. I sold my boat on your show.
A ski boat or something.
Couldn't get rid of this boat. My wife was going to beat the hell out of me, and I said, I'm going to sell it. And whoever talked to me here says, no, Dave doesn't want you to sell any boats on his show.
No, I didn't want that.
So I was here
Not a
5
flea
seconds,
market here.
and I sold a boat.
Move the boat, right.
To Wichita, Kansas, and they put it on their Visa card. I take Visa. And
like the home shop.
Yeah, and then in your limo is a great deal, too. I don't know if you know this or not.
You get it. We get transportation to the hotel. I mean, you could walk. It's like 2 blocks.
Right, and then the guy takes you back 2 blocks.
Sure.
Every time I get in a limo, I go, Dave told me I can keep the limo.
Right, but that's...
And he says to me, well, the Baldwin brothers don't even get to keep... I said, I don't care about the Baldwin brothers. Dave said, and the guy said, well, I need to go check. I said, come on inside. Come on with me. This is a bluff. Come on inside. Let's go together. Let's you and I go together. Let's ask Dave if he didn't tell me this. So come with me now. And in this outfit, I go, come on with me now.
Yeah.
You want to come with my ass now? Come on. And boy, I keep the limo till 3, 4 in the morning. I let him go home, and I do 6, 7 runs to the airport. I made $800 last night. Oh man, I love it. It's great, huh?
But we talked about the big football extravaganza. It was before. It was during the playoffs.
Vinny Testaverde was heading for the playoffs.
Yes. The Jets were very, very. They were hot. They were heading toward the Super Bowl. And
you didn't have a cocktail before the show, did you?
Well, maybe.
Because you're like a little like...
You know what it is? Just a couple of Tylenol PM.
Oh, is that what it is?
So Vinny Testaverde is out here. What are you doing?
Well, you get a laugh and I don't. I don't get how you...
Vinny Testaverde is out here, the quarterback for the Jets,
right.
Super Bowl-bound Jets.
Right.
And we got a Christmas tree with a pastrami sandwich on the very top.
You had said to me, look, Vinny's going to throw the ball at the
That's
tree.
right.
I'm going to bring you back out.
Right. You were on before Vinny.
Right.
We had this conversation. So now Vinny comes out, and I
you
say
said
to
you
Vinny,
played ball in college.
It's time to take this quarterback challenge.
You forgot to bring me. You forgot to bring me out.
I forgot. So Vinny and I are throwing the football. The object is to knock the pastrami sandwich off the Christmas tree. Merv Griffin's wife thought of that also. So, and it completely slips my mind that Jay is backstage really, really wanting to come out here and gun one. So me and Vinny are having no luck whatsoever.
luck at all.
We're just dying, and it's going on.
And I'm telling Biff, they want me out there.
Right.
Biff's going, nobody said you should go back out. I said,
right.
Dave, and I couldn't pull it on Biff. He wouldn't fall for it. I said, Dave said, let me out. And so I had to scramble.
Well, you were right.
I had to scramble around Biff to get out here.
Yeah.
I broke around the Empire State Building. And it's true. So I came out, and boom.
But you were right, because we had hoped you would come out, and I completely forgot. So
Right.
here now is everything that happened there. Me and Vinny Testaverde having no luck whatsoever, and then Jay comes out. Take a look. There's the pastrami sandwich. There's Vinny. Here's Jay right here. What do we got?
Central Piedmont College, All-American.
Here we go. Heats it up pretty good. Boom! Wow, what a night.
I got, first of all...
running in off the bench, made that long TD pass.
And listen, Vinny, you knew he wasn't going to win the Super Bowl after that.
Right there,
because
you got to him.
when the little short actor throws the ball better than you, my 8-year-old son, Sam...
He was here that night.
He was in the green room, and he begins yelling, "That's my daddy! That's my daddy!" And Vinny's wife is in there.
Oh, no.
And she goes, "Sit down and shut up!" Oh, it was like an emotional firestorm. Oh, man, it was bad. So then I start getting, and then Vinny looks down at me and goes, "You made the sandwich explode." And I said, "Oh, man, Miami all the way, baby." Man, I was calling the guy that dresses like this and takes bets. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, and I got booked at some malls. They would throw a sandwich in the air, and I would,
Is that right?
Yeah. And
You're
then,
amazing. You always land on your feet.
no, and then during the high holy days, I knocked a matzo ball off a Hanukkah bush.
Really?
Yeah. And then in the spring, I think it was a grilled cheese off a maypole. I started so I had a great time. I mean,
And he got pretty good
$1,000.
coverage, as I recall. I mean, like the next day.
Newspapers.
Yeah.
All across the country.
Front page
And Vinny
of it.
like this, look. Can you imagine back in the locker room?
Dejected. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Vinny, what about the show, Vinny? Oh, Vinny? Think about these guys.
Yeah.
You know how sensitive they must be back in the Jets locker room.
Yeah.
I'm sure Bill Parcells was really sweet, wasn't he?
Well, it was a great night, and I was glad in some way to be a part of it.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
It was by the way, I got to tell you, your manhood was in question throwing that ball. Don't even rerun that.
Oh, no. That's not true. That's not. I got a rifle, my friend. No,
It was unreal. But you know
Don't
what? Vinny
even
was right
go
there
there,
with you.
girlfriend. Yeah, well, no. See, we were thinking finesse. We were thinking pinpoint precision, and you came in with a bazooka. Well, I hope you come back the next time we play Late Show Quarterback Challenge.
Anytime you want, count the dots or whatever the hell you want me to do. Whatever.
Right.
And you know, I'm going to take 2 more runs to the airport tonight, and then I'll never do it again.
No, you're not riding a limo anymore.
So
All right, do you have a clip or anything we need to see?
No, the new Showtime show is called Hoop Life. It's about professional basketball.
What do you play?
I play an ass network executive. I don't know how they did it, and I'm the. They own the team, and I come in and I'm like a son of a bitch.
Now the Ass Network, is that like UPN or?
No. This network is called Metro Entertainment. Metro Entertainment. I'm the head of the Metro, and my name is Dick Nichols. And so in every scene they go, Dick is here, like that. So I may be wearing this outfit actually on the show, but and then I leave for Florida, and I do a film in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, it's nice down there in the summer.
95 degrees. Yeah.
You'll enjoy it there.
It's a Warren Skeels film.
Oh, is that like one of those?
Not yet, but it will be very big. No, but it's going to be a independent drama, and I went to Jacksonville University. That's where I got
Oh, sure. Every day will be homecoming.
It's
for you.
unbelievable. Yeah. We just,
Party.
Buttered corn. Here we come.
All right.
So I have a huge summer ahead of me, and then you and I are going to make a big deal for the fall,
All right,
and
good.
my life is made.
Thanks, Guido. Nice to see you.
You're beautiful.
Jay Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next guest is a very nice guy. He's been on the show many, many times. He's very funny. He's talented, and everybody knows him. I think everybody loves him. And a year ago this time, we had the big Christmas tree, and it was me and Vinny Testaverde from your New York Jets.
Yep.
And he was throwing footballs at the tree. We were trying to knock that mess off right up there at the top. That meatball, we were trying to knock the meatball off. And Vinny was having no luck. I was having no luck. This guy comes out of the wings and just guns one or two. Bingo, knocks the thing right off the tree. Perfect precision shot. Beautiful. A rifle arm on this kid. And so tonight, when we're all done, we're going to try it again. We'll see if we can't recreate that magic. That was Vinny Testaverde. I felt bad about it because he dislocated his sternum and couldn't play for like a month and a half.
Yeah, right here, doing that. Yeah.
What are you going to do, huh?
The sternum.
Our first guest is an Emmy Award-winning actor, and he's recently returned to broadcasting. You can listen to him weekday mornings right here in New York City on WJM. What? WTJM 105.1 FM. Here's a good friend, Jay Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about heaving the ball and you're missing an arm. What's going on here?
Well, I lost it 3 months ago, Dave.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
I don't read the trade.
Look at all the papers.
Hey, listen, welcome back to the city.
Oh, thank you. I need this money to pay those doctor bills.
Yeah. You're in radio again.
Yeah, but you screwed up the name of the station already.
Well, I'm sorry. What is it, WTJ?
No, we don't use W. You'd like to use a name.
Really? What do you call
It's
it?
called Jammin' 105.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know... It's a very hip term. We play oldies, and I have a show like this. I talk to people.
Yeah. What is the playlist? What is that playlist you got there for?
Well, you know, it's like, hi, Paul, how are you? Instead of a band, we play records to, fill in the dead spots.
Right. Are there a lot of dead spots on your show?
Well, not as many as on this show, but there are dead spots.
I'll take credit for some.
Jammin' has to do with, dance music.
It's an attitude. It's a frame of mind.
If we get to Indianapolis, it'll be like, for your family, a square dancing.
Oh,
or
fine. Insult my family.
Well, you made fun of Jammin'. So.
No, I didn't. I didn't even say jammin'. You said jammin'. I didn't even bring it up.
It's just a style, a sort of a Motown kind of, it's just, and I'm there talking.
Now, you started, your beginnings, your background is in radio, isn't it?
I was in radio, then I became an actor.
You were on the Mork and Mindy show.
Then I came back and went back into radio.
You played a deli owner on the Mork and Mindy show. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hooked up to the web, aren't you, Dave? I did that, and I came back and did radio.
Film? Oh, and you were also on the Murphy Brown. You were on the Murphy Brown.
And then I came back and did radio, and then I went back to the acting.
You've always enjoyed the radio. But I'm surprised that you came to the East Coast to do it, because you're home now. You and your family lived out there in California.
Very difficult. And what we did was, and what I'm doing is, one of the most powerful words in Hollywood is the word no.
No.
Because I was doing acting. And if you don't like the sitcoms and stuff, think about what it's like for a person to have to say those crappy words that they're making us say. So I looked at it and I said, I need to get another type of career where I can say no to certain things in acting.
Sure.
So I went into radio.
Right.
No is the most powerful word in acting.
So that gives you the power base, the radio career gives you the power base to say no.
So they'll call up and ask me if I want to do a certain acting. I go, no. I go, no.
Now, what did you say when we called you?
I said yes.
Oh.
Well, wait a minute. I'm building a mystique. I'm building a mystique. And part of the mystique is, and if you'll think about the word no, it happens all the time in Hollywood. Someone went to Madonna and they said, can you act? She said no. They gave her millions of dollars.
Threw money at her.
They threw money at her.
Threw money at her.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, can you speak English clearly?
No.
No.
He said no.
He didn't say no.
No, he didn't say no.
He said 9. And that was it.
That's what he said.
So they call me now. I say, look, I do want to act, and I'll continue acting, and I have a movie coming out in January, but I'm interested in doing radio. And
how's that going? Do you have contests? Are you giving away tickets?
We have guests and stuff, and in fact, you have the little boy on.
Like if I'm the 11th caller, do I get to win like Led Zeppelin tickets or something?
Jammin' 105. You have to be the
105. Yeah.
You have to be the 105th caller.
Yeah. Are you also K105?
K105.
Yeah, it seemed like everything now is K.
No, this is W on this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, it's on the west of the Mississippi. It's all K.
It's all K's.
But what about K Rock? K Rock is here in New York City. That's
they're screwed up there. I don't know why they call it
K Rock. K Rock.
Good Lord, you're scaring me a little bit, man. You're like you're scaring me. Can I tell you? Yeah.
Hey, it's good to have you back in town, though.
The little boy delivers the baby.
Delivered his baby sister.
We see it on the paper, and we say, let's get this kid as a guest.
Right.
We call him up, and he says, yeah. Well, he's from Michigan. He says, yeah. So we call him up, and I said, this is my big guest. I'm there 3 days, and I promote it. We're going to have the little boy and then we call 15 minutes before we're going to go on the air.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm sorry, I cannot talk to you this morning on the radio.
Really? Because
we have been booked on a quiz show.
Oh, it's that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show, probably.
No. Until tonight, it was this show they got booked on.
Really?
You stole my guest. Now, wait. So this little kid's dad thinks he's going to win $1 million when he comes out here. And then, listen, don't be upset if he calls you Regis. I'm dying for that to happen. I'm not kidding you. They said he'd been booked in a quiz show, so they didn't really know who you were.
They don't know the difference between a quiz show and a talk show. That's the problem.
Not really. No, they didn't. So
it's an exciting story, though. You have to admit that.
Oh, he had the. I don't care about the story. He's not my guest.
But you can have. I tell you what. You can have all our guests when we're finished with them.
Oh, thanks.
For example, when Hillary has been on the show, she's all yours. Take her away. Take your best shot.
Sort of sloppy seconds of like the entertainment.
How do you like living? How do you like living back in New York City?
I live 3 blocks from here, and there's a lot of sirens and stuff, and it's rough for us. But we're gonna move from this area. And the other morning, I was walking to work. I'm at 44th Street, and a guy bumps into me and knocks beer out of his hand, not my hand. And so he knocks the beer out, and we stop. It's 4:30 in the morning, and I'm walking with a friend of mine, and the guy says, "Hey, what are you gonna do about this?" Mm-hmm. And I look and I go, "What?" He goes, "You knocked the beer out of my hand."
Right.
So my friend says, "We didn't knock the beer out of your hand." Now the guy steps toward us, and I said, "No, wait a minute. Let's just give you your money, and you buy another beer." And I give him $3. He says, right. "I'm walking to 125th Street," he says. Ooh. I said, "Well, we're on 45th. How about if we get you a cab?" So I give him $10, right? And he gets a little closer, and I give him the $10, 4:30, and he walks off. And my friend says, "My God, I think that we just had a consensual mugging."
Yeah. You negotiated your own money.
I negotiated, and it was like we agreed with it.
All right, now, there it is. Remember a year ago? You come running out of the clubhouse. You weren't even in the lineup. We hadn't even penciled you in. You come running out, and bingo, within 2 shots, pay dirt.
But I was on drugs.
Yeah. You going to do it again tonight?
I don't know if I can hit it,
give
but
it
I'll
a shot.
throw it.
We'll be right back. Take a look, see what we can do. A year ago, we had me, Vinny Testaverde, and you wanted to play, and I had forgotten to invite you to play. And then Vinny and I were having no luck whatsoever. You ran in, bingo, pay dirt, 2 shots. Now, I want to ask you here, right on the air. We have the tape of that moment.
Right.
Now, we'll show the tape now if you think you're going to do it here tonight as well.
If you don't
what
think
is you're
that?
That's a pizza and a meatball. But if you don't think you're going to make the shot, we'll save the tape. You see what I'm saying? We'll show the tape instead of you.
Don't you have a producer that can make these decisions?
We're producing it right now on the fly.
I don't know. You're asking me if I know what's going to happen the next.
What do you think?
I'm not Kreskin. What do you want? I don't know what to tell you.
Here's what happened a year ago, ladies and gentlemen.
You want me to try now and then you run the tape?
Here, take a look. There is one. That's Vinny. All right, that's you. Look at that right there. Bingo. You look a lot younger then.
I did look a lot younger.
All right, so here we go. Anton, let's go. Get ready for some. Take a shot.
No, you go ahead.
What do you want?
You ready?
Let's take a look at that. That's unbelievable. He called that shot. Take a look here. There we go. Picked it clean. Beautiful shot. There you go. Oh! We can't miss. There you go. All right. We're closing down the teen center. Jay Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Nice job, buddy. I said, nice job. We'll be right back with the 11-year-old.
And one of these?
Yeah, sure. Delivered his sister.
So I guess being back here tonight brings back a lot of memories for you guys.
Yeah. You know, it's so interesting that you bring that up because it's something we asked you to bring up. And it's, this studio does brick, what? There's people out there. Wow. This does bring back a lot of
Tony Curtis just peeked his head out. Tony Curtis just gave the old high sign, so they started cheering.
Yeah, we did a show here.
We did a show right in this studio just 2 weeks ago. It was our sequel to Mr. Show. The network was so excited about it. They were so hot on it. You guys are going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And then we taped it, and then nothing. They haven't called us.
It won't air it?
Yeah, they won't air it. They said they won't air it. So I said, we're bringing a tape. We'll show it to these people. I don't know why they cooled off on it. Just overnight.
Okay.
Well, now let's take a look at it.
Let's watch it. Watch it. Show it.
Tonight we have two eligible multimillionaires in our studio. Bob Odenkirk has over $2.1 million from investments in porn futures. And David Cross swears he has millions. Tonight, you'll see these two multimillionaires get married to each other.
What?
On Who Wants to Watch Two Multimillionaires Get Married to Each Other?
No.
Okay, Bob, are you excited?
Well, I think I might have made a mistake.
Okay, Bob. Now, your future mate, if you're chosen, and you will be, is watching from a private room on 42nd Street. And he has submitted the following question to see if you would make a good match. Do your best. Be honest. And if you don't answer correctly, David will let you know with a stunning electrical current through this very special belt.
Wait, I didn't... God, that's...
All right. And now here is our first question. Ready, Bob?
Yeah.
You find a woman's phone number in your mate's jacket pocket. And when you go to confront him, he's having sex with that person. What is your reaction?
Well, I hope that wouldn't happen.
Okay, Bob, next question. Who was known as the third Beatle?
Oh, I don't know music. Oh.
2 seconds, Bob.
George. Go!
Final question, Bob. Ubu or Flibble?
What?
Ubu or Flibble?
I will say Flibble? No, I mean Ubu.
And after our compatibility quiz, the talent competition.
Did I ever tell you you're my hero? That everyone needs to have a hero. And then our dreams apart.
Dave Cross, meet your multimillionaire partner, Bob Odenkirk. All right now, there you are. You've made it. It's now time for you to read your vows to each other. Bob, from the heart.
All right. This is not what I thought was going to happen, and I think I might have made a terrible mistake here tonight. But it's an opportunity to be on television, and I love you.
Bob, as we get married on this most glorious occasion, I promise and swear to you that I will get half of your money and a free trip to Las Vegas. Vote no on Prop 22! Woo!
I now pronounce you a multi-millionaire married couple.
We'll be right back with more Bob Odenkirk and David Cross.
Our first guest host is own syndicated morning show right over there at Rockin' 97. And he stars in an upcoming film on the Lifetime Network entitled An American Daughter. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the very funny Jay Thomas. Jay, come on. How's the radio gig going?
It's Jammin' 105.
Jammin' 105.
Rockin' 97. You know.
Is it Hot 105 or Jammin' 105?
You know, don't start with me. Can I say that I have not...
Nice to see you, by the way.
I have not seen you since they put you up on the rack.
Yeah,
and,
boy, they did some work on me over
I got
there.
to tell you, here's
Tune-up
the
masters.
thing. I was here 2 weeks before all this happened.
Late in December, you were
and
here.
you looked great. So then I read in the paper that they said, "Oh my God, he's going to have to, be gutted like a catfish." And and I said, "Well." Then I read an article that said you felt fine, but you went and you took a test, and they said, "Oh, it's bad." And I thought,
No, wait a minute. Don't just blow over it. Not that it's bad. It's if this thing moves a fraction of an inch, you're dead.
You know when you pull your car into the service station and they're checking the oil, and they go, these hoses could go in any minute.
Yeah, that's right. That's the same thing.
And the carburetor looks like, and I go, God, it was running okay a few minutes ago. Well, we got to do like $6,000 worth of work on this thing, right?
Oh, so you're thinking maybe the whole deal was
It was a complete scam, you idiot. I mean, you don't look any different, but you look no different.
That actually crossed my mind because I kept saying, well, like the morning before I ran 6 miles. I was fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Did they show you the old parts?
No,
you didn't do it, did you?
No, I didn't. You raise an interesting point.
No, you had a miscreant medical procedure.
You think they were running a deal?
And listen, you're not under warranty, that's for sure.
Try to run a little screwball by me.
Yeah, so you looked okay then they put you in the thing, and now you look the same now.
Yeah, but the only difference was I got to enjoy some morphine.
Yeah. Did you have like out-of-body experience when you were...
No, not really, but I'm telling you, it's the most...
Did you wake up thinking you were married to Darva Conger?
Oh, God. Hey! You were in that.
I was.
You were in that deal.
I was the host of that thing.
You perpetrated that whole
I did the whole damn thing.
What was that now?
6 weeks later, we should have had the divorce. That I had 50 million people watching.
They didn't even get divorced. They got annulled or something.
It was dumb. They could have, and I could have gone for weeks. We'd have had same-sex marriages.
Yeah.
We could have had people marrying stone crabs after a while. Every week a different marriage, a different kind of thing would have happened. And Fox blew it. They just blew it completely.
Yeah. But now, could you tell that something was hinky looking at these two?
Oh, boy, I knew, yeah. I could tell right away.
And now...
he wasn't man enough for her. That was the problem.
Is that what the problem was?
Well, I mean, I'm a week with a woman that is willing to take her clothes off in a magazine, so I'm going to do something, right?
Yeah, I would.
He does nothing.
No.
He gets in the airplane, goes for a week. I'd have figured something out for a week.
Yeah, you'd have taken a shot.
I'd have done something.
Yeah.
First time he sees her naked's in the magazine. Think about that.
Yeah.
He's got to cut that out and go, let me put this in the album, Put that there. Right?
I think so.
I feel bad for the guy.
He's home now, consummating the marriage by himself.
He sure is.
Yeah. And why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you were sick, I tried to find you because I moved to Connecticut, so I drove to...
By the way, thanks for the card and the phone calls.
No, I'm trying to tell you, I tried to find you.
I know, but I got no card, I got no phone call.
Hold it 1 second. I moved to Connecticut, and I say to my wife...
I got cards and phone calls from people I don't even like.
Look, if you died, I might get the show.
I was never that bad off.
I know. You weren't sick at all. I wasn't
fine,
worried.
for God's sakes. They ran a deal on me.
You weren't sick. So I drive. I know where you live. You live in like a New French Lick, Connecticut.
No.
So I go over there. And I go into a convenience
how about
store.
that Larry Bird and the Pacers, though? Speaking of
another
French
out-of-body experience. They won the championship.
No, but they came pretty close.
Oh yeah.
They're just a bunch of farm kids.
That's fixed too. You don't want to go into that, do you? Come on.
So you live in Connecticut now. Where do you live?
Groversville, Connecticut.
There's no town there.
There is a.
No, there's no.
There is a Groversville.
There's not a Groversville.
That's where I live.
No, you don't live in
Exit
Groversville.
32 off the Merritt Parkway.
That's right. There's no Groversville.
It's a very small
I've
town.
made that commute every night of my life for 15 years. There's no Groversville, exit 32.
You go exit 32.
No.
You go to my house. You drive by. First, I couldn't find you. I asked the guy at a convenience store. I said, "Where does he live?"
Oh,
he's been sick.
Damn
and the guy says, "Yeah, we know where he lives."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, where is it?" He goes, "Well, who are you?" I said, "Well, I'm that guy on TV." And I don't even say my name anymore. You're just that guy. I'm just that guy on TV.
Yeah.
So he says, well, we can't tell you where he lives. But I said, why? He says, he's a big deal. You can't go over there.
Exactly.
So I get in an argument. He wouldn't tell me to get back to the highway after it was all over. So I went to another place, and I made up a story. I said, look, I have a very important message for David Letterman. His rowboat is like going to dry rot. He's going to fall through and sink and die. And they wouldn't let me find you. You come by my house anytime. I will be there. You come to my town. They'll tell you where I live.
I'm sorry,
Groversville. And if I'm not home, I have a cardboard stand-up of myself like this.
You got a cut out of yourself.
That you
right
think
out there in the
that'll
yard.
greet you.
Yeah.
You're hiding. By the way, if all the pressure of this is what caused your heart problem, why did you come back and do this?
But see, that wasn't the case. It was all hereditary. It's genetics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And how about you? Well, have you had a stress test recently?
I do all that stuff.
Yeah, so you're top physical condition of your life?
I've been each end, up top, they do it, everything. I'm absolutely perfect.
So you're playing today's hits and yesterday's favorites over there at
No. I'm playing jammin' oldies.
Oh, jammin' oldies.
That's
jammin' oldies.
You know, you make fun of what I do every time I come out.
No, I don't.
No.
I know that you love radio. You're great in radio.
Right, that's right. But you make fun of it.
I don't, because I envy
You've never listened? You've never been on my show? Nothing.
I've never been invited to be on your show.
Oh. Well, all right. Okay, you got me. You know who's been on the show 3 times? Biff.
Oh, Biff has been on the show?
That's right.
No kidding.
All right, so what do we need to talk about? Do you want to talk? Oh, 4th of July. What are you doing for
Well, you saved me because I was supposed to go to the excitement capital of the world with my family to Cape Cod this weekend.
It's beautiful there, though.
Yeah, right.
The natural seashores?
What I like about Cape Cod is you can walk out. My kids go, Daddy, you can walk a mile before the water gets over your waist.
That's great.
And so and I'm thinking, that's a long way to walk to take a leak, right? So.
What are you teaching those kids?
Well, that's a long way. So, and then we go to Cape Cod, and the only reason why, I would only go that far in the ocean if there was a blackjack table, all right? That's the only reason why I would want to go there. So, and then we go to the big 4th of July celebration, which I think is completely stupid with the fireworks.
Oh, no, it's great.
That they synchronize.
Oh, fireworks are great. I love fireworks.
You see, it started as a war, the War of Independence against the British.
Is symbolic.
Now they synchronize the fireworks to like boogie oogie oogie now.
No, I don't do that.
And you have to be really drunk to think that anything matches the fireworks that they're showing. No. I think to show our children what it was about is to bring out a British cruise ship and blow the hell out of it.
Just actually sink the boat.
Just begin sinking it. Just put a cannonball on the side of a frigate. Have a guy in the crow's nest. Ah! No one's going to go for punch during this thing.
Oh, I love punch.
Here's a good one. Get the British soccer team. Light their hair on fire. Wait a minute.
I don't want to encourage that.
And have them put it out without using their hands.
Yeah, well.
That's the 4th of July. I want to see mayhem. This is about a war. It's not a Roman candle, for God's sakes.
Is this the kind of stuff you do on Smokin' 92?
I got to tell you.
Oh, God.
All right.
I think the world of you. I do. I think you're great.
After you insult me, you say something like that?
It's fun. We're having fun.
We're not having fun anymore.
No, we're
Smoking 92.
No, we're having fun.
We're having an okay time, I guess.
All right, so you got
Go to your notes. What's next?
An American Daughter on
American Daughters on Lifetime.
On Lifetime, yeah.
The Men Are No Damn Good network. You ever watch that network? Right? Well, I'll tell you.
Okay. Have a great summer. Good to see you again.
Oh, no, not the goodbye again.
Well, all right, you can stay. I don't care. You want to stay?
What I mean,
right,
that's
we'll
it.
We'll be right back here with Jay Thomas. No, he ain't leaving. We'll be right back. And the Paul Schaefer, Felicia Collins, CBS Orchestra. Nice job, kids.
She's going to be here every night this week. Why didn't we think of this sooner? This is exactly what we needed.
All set.
Not a minute too soon. Thank
I'm
God
enjoying
you're
it,
here.
too.
You saved the show. Thank you very much.
Are you doing Bob Dylan over
No,
there?
hey, how does it feel? That's just stuff we edit out later. Our first guest is an Emmy Award-winning actor and the host of his very own popular syncopated morning radio show. I'm sorry, what? Huh? Syndicate. I'm sorry, syndicated.
Ah!
Thought it was a syncopated.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah, well, what would be so wrong with that?
I know, we're syncopated over here.
Son of a bitch, will you? Ladies and gentlemen, here is our good friend, Rockin' Jay Thomas. What are you doing? Are you all right?
I stood too close to the Rockette, Dave.
You took a shoe, huh?
Man, all she does is kick and all that.
Hey, listen, before we launch this rocket, do me a favor.
What is it?
Some point tonight before we're finished, I want to hear the Lone Ranger story. You've told it before. I want to hear it again. Some point, not right now. Think about it and tell it to us.
All right, fine.
Can you? Do you mind?
What do you like, on speed? Okay.
No, I just...
Man, you got to relax.
I just want to hear the Lone Ranger
Well,
story.
first of all, I'm very depressed
What's the
tonight
problem?
because my guy didn't win the thing.
Oh, no. You were for Ralph Nader.
If it weren't... I just hope that Ralph Nader gets a handful of spring water and gets a horrible bacteria out of it.
That's not nice.
As a celebrity, you have to choose a political party.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So that you can go to the parties and you can go to the White House.
Have you been, as a celebrity?
I've done all of it.
You've been to the parties?
Right. I have no political affiliation. I just care about going to the parties.
Now, wait a minute. I don't get invited to the parties. What parties and how do you get invited?
I was just with President Clinton.
Oh, you were not.
4 weeks ago.
You were not.
Where are the pictures? You have the pictures of me? I carry them with me. Oh, they're here? It's me with President Clinton right there.
Oh, my God.
Just with him the other night.
Well, now, what is this? Where was this taken, and what's going on there?
Well, actually, this was me pretending that I was a third world dictator of one of those countries that has no vowels in its name.
Uruguay or something.
No, I told him, I am the president of Carmanguistan. Now, the next one is...
But what's the hair? Why is he blonde all of a sudden? He's like Al Jardine.
Well, look at this, though, the moose's ass right next to his head. Ass moose. Now,
And then the horse's ass shaking his head. Okay.
Now we told a joke, see?
Yeah. Oh, there, that looks good. But seriously, what is the function and why, for the love of God, are you there? You got a button on. Look, you got a button on it. But that's like is that a Gore Lieberman
That
button
was
or
a
something?
Gore Lieberman button. Anyway, I'll put these right. Don't let me leave these. I'll put them right there.
We have a safety deposit box. Leave your valuables in the dressing room.
That's a big deal. You know what these cost me?
No, what are those?
$2,000. That's what these cost me.
Oh, to get into the...
I paid $1,000 a head.
Where was it?
For my wife. And I was at a house in Connecticut on the water, and they called and they said, listen, he's just going to meet 50 people. Can you get over there? So I said,
now,
sure.
who called? You said they called. Who called?
Some guy who's... I had been pretending I liked to get into a country club. I'm trying to get into a country club, and it's very difficult. So I pretended I liked this rich guy with a big house on the water, and we'd gone to his house, and it was really boring. And so now the president's going to come over there.
So you got to show up.
$1,000.
Yeah.
So I go to my wife, I go, we're going to meet Clinton $1,000. She goes, oh, my gosh. She calls all of her girlfriends. It was a little sick, I thought.
Yeah.
And
I think so in light of what's happened in the
it was awful. So then, and I thought if she did something with him, I would get a book deal immediately. So I was shoving her toward him.
Oh, that's very nice.
There.
Oh, that's nice. What a
Go on
wonderful
over there
thing
and give him a big
for you to
smooch,
do
baby.
To the wife, yes.
Yeah.
That's a lovely thing.
Well,
especially for the holidays.
I'm a patriot.
Yeah.
So we go to the thing. It's on the water, and of course the Secret Service is there, and you shake his hand, and then they sort of, you go away for a while.
Let me interrupt you here because I have a question.
Yeah.
Did he know? Did he seem to know who you were when you?
No, he hadn't the faintest idea who I was. No idea.
What did
I
he
said
say
to him,
you?
I said, I have actually shaken your hand before. He said, where? I said, at various
functions.
No, at holiday places, they'll have a cardboard cutout of the president. And I'll shake my hand with the president like that.
Yeah.
So as I walked away, he says, was I more lifelike? And so that, let's get a shot of that.
Yeah, we've seen it. All right.
Oh, well, watch this.
Yeah.
Well, he said, was I more lifelike?
Yeah.
Okay, so he did his little joke. Now, my wife, I said, say something good to the president.
Yeah.
She goes, welcome to Connecticut.
Yeah,
Well, I knew immediately he was not going to sleep with her after she said that, all right?
I think that's just as well.
Go on.
For all three of you, frankly.
I didn't know what to do because the food was terrible.
Now, why? It seemed
there
like
were a lot of Republicans there.
Really?
I go around and I go, what do you think of Hillary? Oh, we hate her guts. I said, well, what about him? We hate his guts too. We paid $1,000 just to look at him.
Really?
They paid money just to hate him.
That don't make any sense.
Oh, it was stupid.
Yeah,
So I don't like any of these people that I'm with. So, and I'm the biggest celebrity at the thing, so it's a really bad evening all around. So I go out to the beach and
Probably go out for like a smoke or something?
No, I wasn't taking a smoke. I was just going out to the beach. There's nothing to do in this house.
But you might have gone out just for a cigarette.
I don't smoke. I wasn't going for a cigarette. It was the beach.
But, sometimes people, when they leave a function, let's go out and get a smoke. I mean, you could have. I'm just saying, I know you don't smoke, but if you did smoke, that might have been why you went down to the beach. Right?
Well, yeah. What happened is I think an hors d'oeuvre had hit bottom and I was passing gas. I mean, I didn't want to bring it up, but I needed to go out.
I'm sorry I said anything about
I had the vapors, so I go out to in the wind. I'm in the wind, and
think about doing that now.
No, I'm not going to do that. So there's a Secret Service guy, and he's on the thing, and they've got the glasses and everything else, and then off ashore are some boats. You can see the boats.
Yeah.
So I walk past the Secret Service guy. He sort of nods, and he walks away, and I go out onto the pier. I'm all alone. Everybody's inside. And I'm looking out at these boats, and I'm thinking, they got the place surrounded. All of a sudden, I hear activity in the water underneath the pier.
Wow.
And I go, my God, what's going on? So I look out here, and I think, man, we're like, something bad's going to happen.
Sure.
And the president is in the house.
Yeah.
I almost wet my tuxedo. Ooh. So I crouch down, and I try and get the Secret Service guy's attention.
Yeah.
And he looks away, and he's talking to the thing like that. And I just scooch down, and I sort of hop on the thing, and I listen for the terrorists who I'm sure are coming up at the event. So I hop a little bit more, and finally I get to the guy to go, my God, there's the noise. He goes, I know, those are our frogmen. They're all over the place.
Oh.
I said, frogmen? He goes, yeah, we got the Navy SEALs everywhere.
You have to.
I said, did you see me? He goes, yeah, I saw you the whole time. Yeah. What I was figuring, he was going, hey, you know that guy that was on Cheers? Yeah, Bob. He's like hopping around on the, you mean the one that knocked up Murphy Brown? Yeah, that guy. He's like... So they watched me the whole time, making an idiot of myself.
When you heard the commotion in the water, did you put out your cigarette? All right. Think about that Lone Ranger story. All right? Think about it. All right. We'll be right back here with Jay Thomas. Thomas is here, Orny Adams, and Sheila E. God bless you, Sheila. All right. I was just thinking, you and I, we work in the same town. We've known each other for a long time. We ought to start, hanging around.
Sure, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't look at you as like a big night out for some reason.
It'd be fun. We do interesting things.
Well, I'm married.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
And,
you can bring the wife.
Yeah, well, that's the deal. When you're married, you hang out with your single pals.
That's great. Well,
are you like a chick magnet? How's it work for you?
Oh, yeah. Look out.
No, I'm not kidding.
No, look
Do you
out.
get hit on by women?
Oh, yeah. I mean, get ready to. See, thank you very much.
See, I think you're probably personable and fun here.
Elderly women.
No, but I think if we really went out and you really wanted to have fun,
we'd get it done.
I would take you out.
Yeah, we ought to go. I mean,
it'd be fun.
You have no idea. You think you've had fun before. You ought to go out on the town with me. And Paul, the three of us will go out. Don't we have fun?
There.
Go out?
Man, well, when was the last time we went out, actually?
Well, I think it was your bachelor party.
Yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah, but it was great.
Yeah, we had a time.
You know what?
10 years ago.
Paul, I'm not kidding you. I think that outfit could scare the women away, though.
No, they love Paul.
Yeah, well, thank you. I won't wear this.
Jay.
We'd have to put a device over your head.
That's right, a device.
Before we went
Now,
out.
Jay, have you thought about the... Oh, I wanted to mention the film Dragonfly.
With Kevin Costner.
Yeah, you'll be in the Dragonfly film.
Yeah, I just finished doing
Now, how do you do when you have the daily radio show? How do you also work in a fine film?
You broadcast from wherever you are back
location.
to New York City. Absolutely. It's a big deal.
Great.
You're very sleepy.
What is your part in Dragonfly?
I play his drinking buddy. His wife has died. I can't tell you the whole thing. And I give him inappropriate advice.
I see.
I keep trying to tell him his wife's been dead 6 months. I tell him he needs to get a woman.
That seems inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate. I'm thinking they're going to cut me out of this one.
Is it a lighthearted? It doesn't sound like it's lighthearted.
No.
Is it lighthearted? It's not lighthearted.
It's not lighthearted.
Does he find somebody and falls in love?
No. No,
Really?
he doesn't.
Well, how does it end then if he doesn't find somebody?
I can't tell you. They'll sue me. His wife died. Trust me, it's bad. It starts with his wife dying. It
starts bad and gets worse?
It gets worse.
Well, who'd want to see that?
Well, in the middle of it, I come in and I do a couple of jokes and we drink a little bit.
Then it gets better.
It gets better.
Yes.
But then they take me out of it and it goes down like that again, like that. But then right at the end, it's uplifting. Right at the end.
Are you in the plot, in the script? Are you called away on business?
No.
How do they get you out of the...
I'm a small actor. I get small parts. That's how it works.
But how do they explain, that guy that was here in the first part of the film? Where is he now? How do they handle that?
I'm at home talking on the phone, and he calls me. And I say something to him that gives him an idea, and he hangs the phone up and he leaves. And you never see me again. I didn't write the damn thing. I just did it.
I see. Okay. Well,
I told him it wouldn't work, and now you're proving it.
No. Don't kid yourself. You're selling tickets tonight. Do we have time for this or not?
No.
I want to hear the Lone Ranger
No,
story.
but it takes a few minutes, and it's time is up.
How long would it take to tell?
I have no idea. A few minutes. I don't know.
We don't have a few minutes?
You don't have anything. I'll come back and tell the Lone. Are you going to put the Christmas tree back up again?
Yeah, we'll have.
I'll come back and throw it.
Fire
the
the
Christmas.
football.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. That'll be like next week. Come back and we'll do it next week.
You're like stammering. What's the matter with you?
I'm sorry that we don't have time for the Lone Ranger story.
All right, we'll hang out later.
Okay, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Thomas. Jay Thomas. We'll be right back. Thank you very much. Happy New Year, Paul. I'm sorry I called you a name. I was just kidding around.
Of course.
I didn't know what else to say.
You mean it with the love.
I know.
I'm sorry I threw off your whole model.
I was impressed that you actually spotted a, what do they call them, a blooper.
That's right. It was a blooper, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We have a wonderful show for you tonight. In addition to everything else that we always pack into the program, like tonight, the CBS mailbag, Matt Damon is here.
Man.
And Fuel. We have, you see the tree up there?
Yeah.
Every year for the last 3 years, I guess, this will be the third year, we have Jay Thomas, he comes on.
Right.
And we have Jay, he's got a cannon for an arm. I mean, this guy can gun a football like nobody's business, and he's deadly accurate.
Yeah.
Deadly accurate. So every year he comes on, and he's able to knock the meatball off the top of the tree.
Yeah.
It's a version of the Late Show Quarterback Challenge.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can participate this year because, I injured my shoulder in a hunting accident a while back. Let me just test it here. I don't want people laughing at me later. I'm just going to test it.
All right.
I don't... That's all I can do. It has to go under because of the hunting accident.
The only way you can throw now is behind your back.
My back, yeah. Yeah. And in the right circumstances, it can be a pretty effective play.
Sure.
Let me just try one more here so you get the full effect of what you're going to... But I'm telling you, when this guy gets out here, what a gun.
Send him home. Send Jay Thomas home. You just hit the meatball by tossing it behind your back.
But I'm telling you, I know.
Pretty cool.
I hope you had tape in the machine because that's going to be something for the kids tomorrow.
Hey, kids, Donnie, you won't
Look at
believe
that.
what
There's the
Dave
replay.
did.
Look at that. Right
man. But he'll be out here. Okay. And he'll make me look like a Cub Scout with that rifle. I mean, we looked at it last year. There's actually smoke coming off that ball.
Yeah, well, he does. He's
actually, he just really fires, and that'll be a lot of fun for you and stuff. And I guess, is there anything else? I guess we just do the show now.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show here. Now, Matt Damon is here, also Fuel. It's time for the Late Show Quarterback Challenge. Here, take a walk down memory lane and look at this guy's arm. Here is Jay Thomas. That's Vinny Testaverde there. And this is December 30th, 1998. Bingo. Look at that. Look at that. Did I tell you this guy's got a cannon? Now, look at this one. Bam. That was 99. Here he is, Jay Thomas. Come on out, Jay. Dress up for like the holidays.
I was the quarterback coach for the Glenville Mavericks this year.
Yeah,
we came in second.
But you couldn't. It's the holidays. You couldn't. I
wore the Glenville
I know,
Mavericks,
but you know, you should.
Jacket.
Last two times you're all dressed up.
Yeah.
The first time you did it, what did Vinny Testaverde say to you after you hit that thing?
You made the sandwich explode.
And my little boy was backstage, and he said, "That's my daddy. That's my daddy." And then he couldn't hit it. She said, "Sit down and shut up, you little bastard."
Now you know I'm not in the game this year.
No, I saw that.
I can't. Look at that. That's all I can get.
What's the matter with
a hunting accident?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't. After you did that.
Well, what about that? Let me see that. Do we still have? I'd like to see that on videotape.
Why did you wet him down?
So you can get a good grip on it.
Get the hell
Roll
out of
the videotape of the. Okay, here we go. What did you see this? I want you to get a look at this.
Yeah, sure.
This is like Fred Astaire, huh? Okay, now let's take a look at it.
What?
Oh, I don't know. This is like Iron Curtain TV. Wait a minute. It's been stolen. Oh well, yeah. That's nice.
Behind the back.
Give everybody vertigo. All right, here's what we're looking for there. Whoa, man, alive! Woo! What do you think?
I can't believe it.
All right.
I can't do it.
How about a prediction? How many do you need? Are you warmed up?
No,
Are you
I
ready
don't
to go?
know anything. I do this by accident. I'm probably not going to hit it.
I thought you did this for a living. You'd go town to town during the holidays.
Right.
All right, here we go, Anton.
You're not going to really throw?
I can't. I hurt my. You saw the thing there. There it is. A rebound. Pretty good. Just getting honed in. All right, that's two. Here we go. Oh, you're very close. Wait a minute.
What is it?
I think you're trying too hard.
Get out of here. How much time do I have?
Oh my God.
I'm not going to hit it.
Oh, no, come on. This was supposed to be a great idea. There you go. Don't settle down. Just settle down. Stay within yourself. There you go.
What have you done to the pie?
Yeah, that's right. It's our fault.
Now the big one?
Don't worry. We'll get it. Oh! Very good. Here we go. This time for sure. Take it out. Take it out. Yeah! Oh, my God! You were scared. Look at that. Let's see it again. We got it? Look at this. You got it all. Here we go. Whoop-de-doo! Nice job. Happy New Year. Jay Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Jay Thomas. Woo! What'd I tell you, you know? What'd I tell you?
That's right.
Pretty good, wasn't it?
Got an arm of steel.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's top 10 list. Let's do... You made that meatball explode! Yeah, Vinny's waiting for tea times now. Like it's my fault they're not in the playoffs?